Hello everyone and welcome back to another game engine development log. I have finally decided what to call my game engine, the Nevron engine. As of current date, I have renamed everything, the whole project and all of the files, from the temporary name just called engine with a spelling error, and also as well revised my logo. I have also programmed a simple backup utility in batch that will copy the game engine to my other drive and rename it to today's date and time. That is because if I ever decide to do anything stupid or redo a lot of the code in the game engine, I can always revert back to an older version if the new version doesn't work. And just for fun's sake, I also made a simple code counter program which you can drag and drop a folder to, and it will count the total amounts of lines of code and characters. I as well made some additions to the game engine, not only renaming it. There's now a file handling system implemented so that you just need to remember the name of the specific asset, be it texture, material, model, whatever. And it will find the absolute path to the name that you give it. You don't need to give it which folder it is in, so it can be in any folder as long as it's in the asset folder, but it can be in any folder here or any folder here. Doesn't really matter because it will find it anyway, so you can just create a new folder and just some texture, yeah, and just put a folder in there and it will find it automatically. So very useful actually, because after a while you get so many textures that you can't even keep track of where you put them. So this fixes all of your problems, and it isn't so slow either, and you only really need to use that function every time you load in a new texture, which is in the beginning of every scene or when you introduce a completely new entity. And it also works that when you implement a new entity, it also checks, have I already loaded in this texture? If I have, just give it the path or the memory address to that texture if it doesn't load it in again or load it in for the first time. So that every entity that shares the same texture or model or material, they don't have a specific copy of the material, they share the same one in memory through the resource manager, which has lists of all currently loaded textures, shaders, models, and materials. So there's no copying going on, which means that it's very efficient to create new entities. That is essentially all that I've done for this time, and I will be back soon with another update log.